Hello guys and welcome to Watching Time. Today we're going to talk a little bit about straps, but actually more specifically about B2 straps. So straps, I think it's the item that you can actually use to change not only how you're going to be wearing your watches in a fashion manner, also because you're going to be changing, it's like changing your clothes and having something that is more suited for some occasions. So you're actually changing the whole way you are going to be viewing that specific watch. But at the same time, a strap can change the way you're going to be using it and the utility of that watch. So most of the time we have, and we are seeing right now also, many watches that come with utilitarian characteristics, that come, for example, with waterproof characteristics, that might be used also for diving, but then you have a leather strap. Obviously, you are not going to be diving with a leather strap unless that leather strap is specifically treated for that. And that's very rare to find, even if you can buy them aftermarket for some brands. So, said that, the quality of the straps that you're going to be using, but specifically the shape and everything is going to change what you're going to be wearing. So today I'm going to be talking about specifically on B2 straps. Why? Because they were gentle enough to send me a couple of samples. I wanted to test their straps. I wanted to see what they were trying to deliver. Also, they are selling watches at a relatively good price and accessible for everyone, and they are rubber made. So the materials that they're using are Swiss-made rubber, and it's definitely one of the characteristics that you want to have if you want to have, for example, a diver watch with a strap. So they sent me two samples to try, and from the basic line. I specifically asked from the basic line because B2straps, which is part of a group that is producing rubber straps for a long time now. They're offering different rubber straps that are going to be definitely used on several watches and offers. So they have the basic line that is composed of two type of models: the Tropic style that you see here in a very nice vibrant color, and the skin scan that it's actually a crocodile stamp rubber style. So it's going to be giving your watch the looks of a leather crocodile strap. So that's definitely something interesting to see. So I was really curious to see how they were, the type of materials that they were using, how it behaved on your wrist. I have been using this for almost 2 weeks and a half now, so I have a clear idea of the type of quality that we are going to be expecting. And I wanted to share with you guys this everything that I have seen and the sensations that I had. So they are part of the Rubber B group. Rubber B, so B2 strap, it's a different part of them. Rubber B is more specialized on straps specifically made for watch models, like for example Rolexes. So they have straps that will fit specifically the lug ends of a Rolex. I haven't tested them. I don't know how they are, vulcanized rubber. So definitely interesting. And they are the ones behind B2strap. And B2strap line is more an offering of straps that are really usable on any watch. So they are pretty much sterile. The link at the end is going to be flat. In the case of the skin scan, it's actually quite a little bit curved. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And they have several lines in there. The basic that I'm showing to you, the exclusive, that it's a very interesting rubber color printed strap, and they can actually make any type of pattern that you like, up to the point that you actually have a customization tool. So you can actually send them a picture of something that you like and customize your strap in with the pattern that you want to have it printed. So that's actually quite interesting if you want to have something particular. And depending on the type of the season, they produce also limited series and colors. So that's also very interesting to see. So anyway, I'm going to be limiting to these two straps. Obviously the skin scan, and I'm going to start with that because it's the one that probably has less to say in terms of history. The Tropic, it's another thing. So I was really surprised. I asked for the gray strap because I was really curious to see that very nice gray that I was seeing on the webpage. It's a point of gray that actually goes a little bit into blue. You know, gray has several tones to it, and this one goes into the bluish area. The pattern that has been printed has been very well executed, and from far away, you can actually mistaken it for a leather strap, a crocodile leather strap. Obviously, it's a pattern that you will need to find how to fit it because not every watch are adequate for a leather crocodile stamp. So that's something to bear in mind. As you can see, it is slightly thick and it goes thicker into the middle of the strap. So this creates a very nice shape and way of wearing the watch compared to the case. Here you will see that, for example, the buckle you need to choose it on the configurator, so it's an add-on of the straps. It's of good quality, nothing fancy, not or any brand printed on it, so it's pretty much sterile, but it works very well with the strap. The quality of the rubber, it's really very good. I can say that from wearing it for a couple of weeks. I have tested it in the sea. It has all the characteristics that you will expect from vulcanized rubber. So it is resistant to water, to salty water. It is resistant obviously to your sweat. It has a very good comfortable wearing. So it's very light on the pulse, but it's also very flexible enough for you to actually don't feel it. It has the quick release pin that works also very well if you want to change it very quickly on the go to several watches. And it has hand sewn stitches that you will see on the sides that actually match the color of the strap and actually works very well overall, giving that feeling of leather, but it's not leather. And I put it here on my Pinova Mule turquoise sound ray dial that you see here. And I think it works very well because it's actually kind of the same color that you will see on the indexes of the watch. This kind of bluish gray. The Panova has a problem with here with the pin position, so that makes it a little bit less suitable probably for thick straps like this one, because it is, as you can see, very placed on the end, on the lugs. So if it's too thick, it actually comes out quite a bit. The strap, as I was telling you, are not exactly flat, so it's slightly curved. That works very well. Probably will work better on another watch that has the pinholes a little bit more inside of the lugs. So that's something I will need to see. Oh, sorry guys, I was trying the wrist shot with another watch. I will do another video on this one. The limited edition that Seiko 5 has just released, so keep tuned for that. It probably will fit very well also this gray strap, and as you can see on the wrist, it sits very well. The strap behaves great, and this is something that I need to say and to congratulate B2straps on the way they are designing these watches. I was really surprised. I have tested several rubber or silicone straps. That's an important topic to touch. I will probably do a video on the type of straps that will be coming very soon, for us to have a general knowledge on what to expect and also where to buy if you want to buy change straps. What I can tell you guys is that rubber straps, real rubber straps, or fake KM rubber straps, they cost. They are not going to be coming cheap. So you need to bear that in mind, because the production cost and the type of materials and the process of doing that has a higher cost than silicone. Just for information, very quickly, FKM rubber, when you read that, that's actually a synthetic rubber, okay? So it's not real natural rubber. So when you read FKM, Remember that it's very good quality. Yes, it has almost all the characteristics of natural rubber. Absolutely yes, but it's not natural rubber. When you read rubber, usually it is natural rubber. The problem that was in the past with natural rubber and the process of productions, and when it's vulcanized, obviously it's going to be highlighting and increasing its characteristics, because when you vulcanize it, you change the structure, it becomes more stable to heat, to sweat, to UV light, and it lasts longer. I say lasts longer because actually rubber can be decomposed in time, even in an organic way. And sometimes you will see very old watches. It really depends how you treated the watch and several factors, but some old rubber straps, they tend to decompose, producing kind of an oily surface that you will see being generated on the strap. Usually this takes a lot of time, and for the newer generation of rubber straps, this is something that you will probably unlikely see on your watches because it will take much longer. We're talking a lot here about decades, so don't worry about that, but that's the way natural rubber tends to decompose. I don't really know how FKM rubber straps are going to be behaving. In the case of B2strap, the rubber that they are using, it's rubber, and you see caoutchouc veritable written here, fabricated in Swiss. So definitely you can trust that it's natural. Another problem that people were having in the past with rubber was the odor, the smell. Rubber tend to be very strong, and you will see that when you go to a tire shop. The smell that you will feel from the rubber tires is very, very strong. So for the straps, they didn't want that smell to be there. Today, technology actually lets you produce natural rubber strap without the smell through several techniques, sometimes using chlorine, for example, to degrade the type of smell that is going to be producing. But in the case of B2strap, you don't have any smells. Other companies that didn't want at the time, they didn't have the technology to master the odorless technology, they tend to cover the natural smell of rubber with products that will produce a smell. So for example, in most cases it was vanilla. So that's why you had rubber straps that actually smell like vanilla, and some people like it, some people don't like it. I am one of those that like it very much. It is kind of a smell that I recognize it immediately from my watch, and it's not so invading. It's very mild, and I really appreciate it. So let's talk about Tropic. Tropic, and we use the Tropic name for the style of the strap that you will see, the 3D pattern that usually you have outside, the borders that are coming here, kind of like a saw practically on the border of the strap. It's characteristic of what Tropic, which was actually an industry in producing straps in the early 1960s, and produced the first watches of this style. They were named after that. So today, whenever we see a strap that looks like this, we call it the Tropic Strap in honor to the first watches produced by that company that produced this first style of watch straps. Quite interesting, the design worked very, very well for divers at the time. Watches most of the time had stainless steel straps, and it was an excellent choice for a submariner, for a skin diver, to have one of the Tropic Strap installed, use it for diving, have all the great characteristics of rubber, and enjoy it in the sea. One of the nicest features that it has is that you don't have perforated holes for fitting. You have actually perforated holes for transpiration through your skin that can actually be used for fitting the buckle. So you have quite a number here, and you can use any of them. So this will fit almost every wrist. The other nice characteristic that you have is this 3D pattern internally that lets obviously transpiration out. So it became the standard of choice for divers in the 60s and the 70s. With the use of rubber and the industrialization obviously of straps going forward, several designs came out, but the Tropic Strap remains an icon. an icon that you want to wear on skin divers, like for example the one that I'm showing today, the Zodiac Super Sea Wolf with the white dial and the indexes that actually touch a little bit and reprise the color of the strap. So I think it actually fit very well. B2strap also here in this basic line is fitted the quick release button. It works great. You can change it very easily at any time, and if you have several colors in your collection of straps, definitely this is a good option if you want to be wearing your straps and changing your straps very easily. The quality, again, as per the skin scan, it's excellent. Odorless, it works very well. The texture is very nice, comfortable on your wrist. I have been wearing this also for diving, obviously light diving on the sea, and the results were very good. I haven't had any problem at all. Flexibility wise, they are very nice, and there is a big difference when you're going to be testing materials. If you see, for example, here silicone, and most of the cheap straps that you will find online are being made of silicone, obviously the quality is totally different. The flexibility, it's much more less rigid, so it's very clumsy sometimes. Here you have a rigidity that is perfect for the utility that you want to use the strap, and at the same time is flexible and comfortable. Silicone doesn't have that. It feels also in your hand much more elastic, and that it's a feature that sometimes you don't want. This lack of rigidity brings also a lack of let's say characteristics that are you're going to be needing. So silicone straps also have a lot of other problems, like for example they are more easily degradable in time. They are dust attractors, so you will find that it will attract very easily because it gets electrostatically charged. For example, flames of dust. That's something that is not going to be happening with rubber. Rubber is not electrostatically charged, so you can actually wear it. I wanted to show also and to use the Tropic Strap, the basic here strap from B2strap, compared to other Tropic straps. So I have been here at the right, and this is also a Zodiac Super Sea Wolf. I am showing you actually the creator of the Tropic. This is a real Tropic strap. Tropic straps, when died, at least the company that produced them during the 90s, in 2019 they came back. So now we can find new Tropic straps, and you see here the characteristic Tropic. Obviously the design and the pattern, as you see, is very similar on both. What changes obviously is the design in some details, like for example the end of the strap, the thickness overall of the design pattern is different. And Tropic remains also with their characteristics very flat end link of the strap, something that in most other Tropics they tend to do it rounder. So this is a characteristic that remains of Tropic, and also the smell of vanilla, which I really like. And I can tell you guys, if you want an alternative to getting a Tropic strap from the Tropic company, B2strap, they are doing an excellent work, and the amount of colors that they are using, it's really a surprise. So I got this very light aquamarine strap from them. I wanted a color that was different from the classic ones, you know, black, red, orange, and green, like the one that you are seeing from my Tropic, and it actually works really fine. At the end of the day, the color, it's very nice. You will find in their website, if you want to, I'm going to leave the link below, that they have really a very nice option of colors, going from Tropic Sun, that it's really nice, something that I was also looking at, deep blue colors, light blue. You have this Tropic Aqua, that's the color name, but you also have light green that's kind of fluorescent. You have the normal green that is more kind of a British green. You have red, you have even purple. So they are playing quite a bit also on the colors, something that Tropic does less. They remain more on the classic. And the quality, it's really, really good. You have on these straps. I'm going to show also as a comparator right next to it Tropic straps that are being fitted, for example, for Zodiacs. I'm using it here on a Squale, so it's not a Zodiac. But as you see, the design of the Zodiac Tropic straps reprises quite a lot the one of the original Tropic, also in terms of the belts here for the strap. They are quite different. These are quite plain compared to B2strap. The end part of the strap is rounder, so it's similar to the B2strap. And the end here is square compared to the pointed B2strap that you will find here. Obviously, these ones, they are made of rubber, yes, but they are not vanilla scented. I don't know who produces them for Zodiac. I suppose they are not doing them for themselves. In the past, they had vanilla scented straps. So that was probably produced by a company that was using vanilla rubber. Vanilla rubber, that's funny. So anyway, guys, I hope you find this video interesting. I wanted to showcase you two straps, talk a little bit about the history of what's behind Tropic. I know it gets a little bit long, but overall my experience has been so good with these B2 straps that I wanted to share it all with the community. And we'll talk definitely in the next video. So until then, please take care, guys, and be safe.